Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to LARPing Gaming. Your host is LARPing Muda here, and today, oh boy, it's my favorite day. We get to talk about my favorite little blue hedgehog, Sonic. Oh, I'm so excited! I'm about to explode. Yeah, Sonic.exe. Why him? Because his story is, well, quite interesting. The EXE games were quite interesting too. Now, the creepypasta goes, the guy, friend sends him a Sonic game telling him to destroy destroy it, don't keep it around, he's too powerful, he'll come after you and take your soul, blah, 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 blah. And all that fun stuff. And then, of course, the guy plays it, and then he gets, through the game, tells, and it gets fucking killed in front of his eyes, and then, Dr. Eggman gets... No, not Eggman, fucking Knuckles, my bad. Eggman's last. Knuckles gets killed, and then Eggman, and all that stuff, and then everyone knows how the creepypasta goes, and then you get this big photo right here. Why would I choose this one? Because Sonic looks like a big boy. He's Big Chungus Sonic. Ooh, yeah, Big Chungus. Now, any ideas about what Sonic is and really truly has become over the years? To some people, they might say no. No, they just remember him back in the day of 2014 and don't really remember most stuff afterwards. They don't really do anything. They don't really say anything. They just say, hey, he's Sonic, spooky man, boo boo. Remember seeing PewDiePie playing back in the day, and yeah. But honestly, no, Sonic.exe is a lot more interesting than you might think. For story the building up of the story, because the author didn't like how people thought it was a troll pasta, so they treated it like a troll pasta, and he was really upset. And I really want to talk more about the outrage of the Sonic.exe maker, how he was like, this is a serious story, and you need to take this seriously, and we need to fight back, and stuff like that. Because I can retell the story, but everyone knows about the story. I just told you the story in 5 fucking seconds, so you don't need... There's a recap. So let's get started, right? Let's get talking with the Sonic.exe, talk about the guy, talk about the events, talk about the boards that took it and said, man, oh wow, woo, that's good, man, that's really good. Then put it in the troll pasta side of the things, and after, when they went back, to their bedroom to sleep and woke up, they realized there was a guy huffing and puffing and pounding on their door, being like, oh man, whoa, oh, my story's serious. And then to have that whole situation go down. So sit back, relax, enjoy some of the nice, weird old commercials that it is in the background to keep your mind busy, and listen to this fucking tale of Sonic.exe and the weird aftermath of the whole fucking scenario, and the story around the fucking creepypasta that it was supposed to scare people. So yeah.
I'm gay.
In the year of our Lord 2011, a certain little image was posted around. Yes, a image. What image? Well, the creepypasta image we now know as Sonic.exe. But it wasn't really on the creepypasta wiki. No. If we take a good look at our boy Hyena here, JC liked the furries, and boy oh boy, let me tell you, he had this idea down to a science. Make creepy Sonic, and then don't post him on the creepypasta. No, not yet. Post him on Fur Affinity. Yes, Fur Affinity. They might be asking yourself, why? God, why? Why? Just why? And God probably don't respond because we killed him. That's why. Now, all joking aside, it's pretty interesting that the photo came out first before the creepypasta. Don't worry, a couple days later, the creepypasta wiki had a new creepypasta installed in its little but growing community. The creepypasta was called Sonic.exe, and everyone knows about the famous photo. JC Hyena was ready to fall in love with all the glory and everything that comes with being a big success. But instead, people saw this and they said, man, this is what I'm reading? After the post was, uploaded to the creepypasta wiki, people reacted to it, well, in the way that most people do on the internet, laughing hysterically at it. Some people actually thought it was kind of cool. Woo, Sonic, kind of like a Ben Drown scenario, taking people, killing them, coming to life, and cool images to go with it. But in reality, the story was kind of and not really the craziest thing. But to its credit, something's in my throat. To its credit, it had an interesting premise, and it had a very cool design for Sonic. The monster, the EXE creature who's gonna come and get your toes and stuff like that. But the main idea was people thought this was kind of like a troll pasta, even though it wasn't. It wasn't meant to be taken as a joke. But lines like hyper-realistic blood didn't help its case at all. It made it pretty laughable and memeable. Nowadays, if you even reference hyper-realistic blood, people just die laughing at you saying, yeah, hyper-realistic, alright, buddy. But our boy JC did not appreciate this. So he went on the internet and was like, no, this is a serious work. It needs to be, shown more respect. People just laughed at that more. But the big thing didn't really happen until the internet said, it's pretty bad indeed, but is it really worthy to be on the creepypasta wiki? Now, the creepypasta wiki is home for some pretty good creepypastas or some bad, very bad creepypastas. But the day came. Will it stay on there? Because people on the creepypasta wiki was trying to, take this off because it didn't look so good on its image. So the day came, and then the Sonic.exe creepypasta was there one moment and poof, no longer there. And that made our hyena angry, vicious. He was like, this is heresy. How could you do this? It deserves to be put there. It's a serious masterpiece. And a back and forth happened. Now, if he wasn't really in the crossfires and just watching on the sidelines, like most of the people were on the internet, I bet it was extremely entertaining to watch it happen in front of your eyes in live time. Shit, it's pretty entertaining now just talking about it. But at the end of the day, well, I guess he did get his wish. Because, it may not have been back on the wiki. It may not have been the victory lap that he wanted, but he did do something more impressive. He built a legacy somehow. How? Because of a fan. Yes, a certain fan of the story saw the potential and made a ROM. And this ROM changed everything. This little fan game was something, well, quite special.
What did you say?
I said you look like a good eater.
What?
On August 13th, 2012, Crimson uploaded the game on Game Jolt, the most exciting website at the time besides Steam, for all the independent little nerds to go and grab anything that's exciting or weird or just fucking fun. And of course the game took off. You had people playing it, PewDiePie, Markiplier, gaming channels like Creepy Gaming was touching it. It was really getting big and big. The game really helped it out. And slowly this creepypasta was getting turned into a laughingstock to something that was being actually taken serious. The legacy that this hyena wanted so bad was finally paying off a year later. But the damage was still kind of there. People kind of looked at it and said, wow, this is really bad. But the people who looked at it with newer eyes also said, but this is very cool and kind of neat. And at the time, it was cool and neat. Video game characters really turning evil and demonish really picked it up from Sonic.exe. Now, did it cause a very painful time of the creepypasta community where everything was becoming a .exe? Indeed it was. But the first couple .exe creepypastas after Sonic.exe were actually quite unique, and even the fan games were quite unique and pretty well detailed and made, showing that people love this actually. And nowadays it's everywhere. It had a resurgence because of Friday Night Funkin'. Never thought that would happen. I remembered watching some videos. I'm like, damn, Sonic.exe is becoming popular because of a mod? That's quite special. Love it or hate it, Sonic.exe inspired a whole generation to love horror, to be critical of it, and just embrace it. Now, I do know Tails Doll did predate Sonic.exe, like, I think 5 years before. I have a double check myself there. I'll leave an editor note to see if I was right or not. But creepypastas without Sonic.exe would never be the same, in my opinion. It might have probably been more boring, because without these stories, people wouldn't really care that much about this genre that I love so much. That Sonic.exe was really a wave of creators who can just do what they want, make what they want, have people hate them, have people love them, but have the story still be told even years after it's, being done in its prime, and having people still, every generation, come back and be like, wow, that's really cool and neat, and have that same experience I did when I was, their age. But yeah, just wanted to talk about some creepypastas and talk about Sonic.exe, the good, the bad, and the funny. And I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you want to leave a dislike. And I am out.